The history of the United States is a tapestry woven from many threads, a complex and rich narrative of triumph, challenges, and transformations from its earliest days as a collection of colonies to its current status as a global superpower. The story of the USA is a one of resilience, innovation, and constant evolution. Founding in early year 1600 to 1700, the seeds of the United States were planted in the early 17th century when European explorers, primarily from England, France, and Spain, began to establish colonies in the New World. The first successful English colony was Jamestown, founded in 1607. In present-day Virginia, over the next century, more colonies were established along the eastern seaboard. By the mid-18th century, tensions between the colonies and the British Crown were escalating. Disputes over taxation, representation, and governance led to the American Revolutionary War 1775 to 1783, a pivotal conflict that ultimately resulted in the colonies declaring independence from Britain. The Revolutionary Era and Founding Documents. The Revolutionary War saw the emergence of key figures like George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, and Benjamin Franklin, who played instrumental roles in shaping the new nation. In 1776, Thomas Jefferson authored the Declaration of Independence, a document that articulated the principle of individual rights and self-governance. Following the war, the Articles of Confederation were drafted, establishing the United States as a confederation of sovereign states. However, the weakness of this system soon became apparent, leading to the drafting of the U.S. Constitution in 1787. The Constitution created a stronger federal government with separate executive, legislative, and judicial branches, laying the foundation for the modern United States. Expansion and westward movement in 1800. The 19th century was marked by rapid territorial expansion and the consolidation of American identity. The Louisiana Purchase in 1803 doubled the size of the country, opening up vast lands for settlement. Westward expansion, fueled by nations of manifest destiny, see pioneers and settlers moving across the continent, often at the expansion of Native American tribes and Mexican territories. The issue of slavery, deeply embedded in South economy, became a central point of contention. The tensions between slaveholding states and free states culminated in the Civil War in 1861 to 1865, a conflict that tested the nation's unity and resulted in the abolition of slavery with the 13th Amendment. Industrialization and immigration, late 1800s, early 1900s. The late 19th century and early 20th centuries witnessed rapid industrialization, urbanization, and waves of immigration. The Industrial Revolution transformed the economy, leading to the rise of cities, factories, and a new class of industrialists. Innovations like the railroad, telegraph, and later the automobile revolutionized transportation and the communication. Mass immigration from Europe, Asia, and the other parts of the world fueled population growth and cultural diversity. However, it also led to social tensions, labor disputes, and debates over immigration policies. World War superpower status. 20th century. The 20th century saw the United States ascend to global province. World War in 1914 to 1918 marked America's emergence as a major world power, and the subsequent period of economic growth, now as the Roaring Twenties, represented prosperity and cultural dynamism. The Great Depression of the 1930 brought economic hardship and led to the President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal programs aimed at revitalizing the economy and providing social welfare. The outbreak of World War 1939 to 1945 thrust the United States into a pivotal role, leading the Allied powers to a victory and solidifying its status as a superpower. The Cold War and Civil Rights Movement in 1950 to 1960. The post-war period was characterized by the Cold War, a geopolitical rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union. This era witnessed intense competition in politics, economics, technology, and ideology, including the space race and the arms race. At home, as the civil rights movement challenged racial segregation and discrimination, leading to landmark legislation such as the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Figures like Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, and Malcolm X became symbols of the struggle for equality and justice. Contemporary challenges and global leadership. The latter half of the 20th century and early 21st century saw the United States grappling with a range of domestic and international challenges. These included social movements for more women's rights, LGBTQ+ rights, environmental protection, and healthcare reform. On the global stage, the USA played a leading role in international alliances such as NATO and became a key player in addressing global issues like terrorism, climate change, and nuclear proliferation. The presidency of Barack Obama marked a historic moment as the first African American president, signaling programs in diversity and inclusivity. Conclusion. The history of the United States is a testament to the enduring ideals of freedom, democracy, and innovation, from humble beginnings as a group of colonies to its current position as a global superpower. The USA has undergone profound transformations, faced daunting challenges, and achieved remarkable success. As it moves forward, the nation continues to grapple with complex issues while striving to uphold its core values and ideals.